I am someone who gets all consumed by fiction. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bailey and I like to read a little bit. I am a reader, obviously, but I am also a binge watcher. Movies, TV shows, you name it, I watch it. I am someone who gets all consumed by fiction. Okay, whenever I'm watching a show, I am in that show. It affects me emotionally. When I'm reading a book, same exact thing. I can't help it. That's just how I am. That's how I've always been. So today, I thought it would be so much fun for me to tell y'all, if you like this movie or TV show, then read this book. And it goes vice versa. So if you like this book, then watch this movie or TV show. This is based purely off of my opinion, okay? It's just my opinion! Some of these, it's just because of vibes. Others, it's because of certain plot points. So yeah, I just thought this would be super fun. As always, I am going to put which of these books are in Kindle Unlimited in the description below because we are readers on a budget here, okay? Thank you. Let's just get right into it, all right? Which one am I gonna start with? If you like the show Euphoria, read Ecstasy by K.V. Rose. I just realized how trippy this cover is. Oh my God. This book is a love triangle. The FMC has substance abuse issues. One of the MMCs is a star football player, and the other one is a raging psychopath. And one night, something happens and things change for the worse, okay? It is a slippery slope with these three. It's entertaining, but it's also infuriating. So do with that one what you will. If you like the Halloween Town movies, read Heathens by Nicole Fiorina. The reason I am recommending this for Halloween Town is because the town in this book, in this entire series, the town of Weeping Hollow, is literally Halloween 24/7. There's rival witch covens. So if you want Halloween Town, but make it darker and gothic and with masked men, lyrical writing, and romance, like actual bone deep romance, then read it. Okay, because this is one of my favorite series of all time, and it just, the town gives Halloween Town vibes. So that's how I'm justifying this one. So freaking good. If you like the movie Casper, then read Grove Hollow Metamorphosis by Shelby Nicole McFadden. If you love 80s vibes, this is gonna be for you. So this is perfect for spooky season, in my opinion. So basically our FMC, she's an orphan and she ends up having to move in with her eclectic aunt in this town. Turns out her family was hella rich and she had no idea. But so she moves into this mansion. There's an abandoned mansion next door. The group of friends she makes at her new school, the Misfits or what have you, they decide to go into this abandoned mansion. She finds this old Egyptian cursed locket and a very attractive ghost that needs her help in order to figure out how to move on. So she decides to help him. This is the first book in a series. It's on Kindle Unlimited. It is so good. I was so entertained by this book. It was right book, right time for me. It's so atmospheric. I felt completely transported. I also have a very soft spot for the 80s because that is like my favorite era. So there you go. But Casper, it makes sense for this one. It does, because he's a ghost. I mean, come on. He's a ghost in a haunted mansion. He just doesn't have ghosty uncles. I should rewatch Casper. Yeah. If you like the TV show The Magicians, you should read The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I have absolutely no justification on this one, except for the fact that it is about magicians and it's very academic. In this one, 6 magicians get an opportunity to join the Arcadian Society. I think that's what it's called. But in order to do that, you have to like make it through. And not all of you will make it through. 5 of them will be able to enter the society. 1 of them will indeed perish. And none of them wants to be the one that perishes. So there's really no justification for this one being compared to the magicians, except for the fact that it has magicians. So I think that there's another book in this series and I never read it because I read this one so long ago. Maybe I should reread this and then read the second one. We will see. But Olivia Blake has gorgeous writing. If you like the TV show One Day, the recent one, the one that was made after the movie with Anne Hathaway, then read A Love Letter to Whiskey by Kandi Steiner. Now, I will tell you, because I don't want to lead you astray, this one does have an HEA. But One Day was very right person, wrong time for me, the way that I experienced it. And that is what this book is. Although this book is going to piss you off. You are going to want to hit these characters. You are going to want to throw this book. Don't throw the book. It's a very pretty book. I wouldn't throw it. I mean, if you want to throw the book, it's your money. You can. But They are toxic. They make wrong decisions. You are going to want to scream at them. Why are you making this harder for yourselves? Hello! You're gonna want to shake them, but just go with it, okay? But you have to read the 5th anniversary edition. That's all I want to tell you about this one, because I feel like going into this one blind is your best bet. It made me feel so many emotions, anger being the most prominent, but so many emotions. I still think about it all the time. If you like the movie When Harry Met Sally, read You Again by Kate Goldbeck, because it is literally a When Harry Met Sally reimagining, but it's modern day. This is also Reylo fanfic. Very subtly Reylo fanfic. You wanna know how I know? Look at the man on that cover. Look at the man on that cover. You cannot tell me that is not Kylo Ren, okay? Anyways, it's very, very good. This one, the characters will also piss you off. I'm a huge fan of character growth though, okay? I really am. I love characters that I love to hate, and then I grow to love them. I feel like it makes me feel for them so much more deeply. So yeah, You Again, When Harry Met Sally, the two go together like bread and butter. I've never understood that saying. Well, wait, you put butter on bread. Ignore me. If you like Bridgerton, but you wanted it to be more gothic, I'm not going to recommend the Bridgerton book series. I have not read it, okay? I'm going to recommend something else. I'm going to recommend Belladonna by Adalyn Grace. This is Bridgerton, but make it gothic and add in death as an MMC. I love this series, okay? I have not read the 3rd book. It just released recently, Wisteria, yet. It's on my TBR. I will get to it, but I absolutely adore this. So our FMC, death literally follows her wherever she goes. Like actual death. Everyone in her family has passed away, okay? And she ends up having to move in with her cousins, and there was an untimely death in the family, and she decides she's gonna get to the bottom of it. So it's like Bridgerton meets gothic, meets death, meets murder mystery, and it is so freaking good. This one is YA. It's a little on the more mature side of YA though. I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend the audiobook for this one. It was so well done. Y'all knew this one was coming. If you like Gossip Girl, read Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. This is in my God tier. I'm obsessed with it. I think it speaks for itself, but I do want to say Magnolia Parks is so much more than just like Gossip Girl, right? There's drama, there's angst, there's people that are gonna piss you off, there's betrayal, there's all of that. But it is so beautifully written, and these characters are so freaking deep. And there's also a little bit of the crime world, a lot of bit of the crime world that comes into play in Daisy's books. You do have to read them in publication order, okay? Take it from me. I'm serious, and I'm a Daisy girl, but I grew to love Magnolia so much. Magnolia Parks, Gossip Girl, it makes sense. Rich, famous London. Gossip Girl is rich, famous US. So freaking good, so beautifully written, so amazing, so much more than you think it's going to be, okay? So much more. If you like the TV show Lucifer, read the Bargainer series by Laura Thalassa. My reasoning on this is the MMC. In Lucifer, as we know, the devil gives out favors and then he gets something in return, right? In this one, the bargainer gives out favors and wants something in return. Except in this one, the bargainer wants our FMC's help in order to figure out a mystery plot. I read this forever ago. This is thick, but this is all of the books in one. What is that called? An omnibus? Omnibus? Words are hard. I really, really enjoyed this series. It was so much fun. Our FMC is a siren. And that is like, you don't see that often. So I thought that was really cool. So if you liked Lucifer, read this. Thank you. Or you could read Kingdom of the Wicked. Kingdom of the Wicked would be good for that one too. If you like the movie Age of Adalyn, read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. This one just makes sense. Our FMC lives forever. She makes a deal with the devil though, essentially, like an old god. Once someone isn't looking at her anymore, like once they're not in the same room as her, they forget her instantly. Can you imagine how lonely that would be, first of all, going through life, meeting all of these people, seeing all of these places, living forever, but never getting to create genuine connections? That is so sad. But one day, a man sees her and he doesn't forget her. And it goes from there. This is so good. It is worth all of the hype. Absolutely amazing. If you like Pretty Woman, I'm gonna give you a reverse Pretty Woman. FMC hires an escort to help her with her intimacy problems. She is autistic and she has never been well versed in it, so he's going to teach her. We all know how this goes. Okay, yes we do. And it is so much fun. This entire series has a whole bunch of autism representation and it is absolutely fantastic. It's entertaining, it's lighthearted, it's rom-com-y, but like in a very informative way. I don't know. I loved this series. If you like the TV show Scandal, which of course we all do, right? Read the Kingmaker series by Kennedy Ryan. Look, they are not the exact same, okay? They are not, but they are very political. The MMC does end up wanting a career in the political atmosphere. Kennedy Ryan is so amazing at writing romance books that are just so deep, but also adding in very sensitive, need to be talked about topics. And in this one, our MMC is the son of an oil tycoon, and the FMC is Native American, and she's trying to save reservations. And it's a beautiful love story, but it's also very informative. There's romance, there's spice, there's everything nice, and it's very good. And it makes you think a little bit too. If you like The Great Gatsby, which I do because it is my favorite classic of all time, then you should read 5,000 Nights of Obsession by Drethi A. This book is like a darker version of Great Gatsby. It's very dark, okay? The MMC, he's all screwed up, but it's very short. It's very entertaining. It was just a fun time. The MMC will make you go, oh my God, like a couple of times. So do check your trigger warnings on that. But it is a Great Gatsby retelling, so that's cool. If you like the TV show The OC, amazing. Seth Cohen, love of my life. Read the Boys of Tommen series by Chloe Walsh. I have nothing to back this up except it's the same exact freaking vibe. Like From Across the Tracks and The Richer Family and The Found Family. And it's just, I can't explain it. I can't explain it, but it makes sense. It makes sense, okay? There you go. If you like Hercules, which is my favorite Disney movie of all time, I try to channel Meg on a daily basis. Read the Curse of Ophelia series by Nicole Platania. This is like gender bent Hercules and epic fantasy with romance. So freaking good. Also very heavy on the mental health representation, which you rarely see in fantasy. You're seeing it more and more nowadays, but I don't, in the ones that I have read personally, I haven't seen it as much. And this one is so freaking good. I have the special edition copies of this series. I have the regular copies of this series. I love this series. And Nicole Platania is just a gem of a human being. The FMC Ophelia, she gives muscle mommy energy, and I love her. If you like The Proposal, the movie, then read The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. In The Proposal, you know, if she doesn't get married, she's gonna get deported. In this one, if he doesn't get married, he's gonna get deported, and he is in the NFL. So, well, I think they call it something different in this book. I can't remember. Anyways, but this is like the slowest of slow burns, and I love the slowest of slow burns. I love the slowest of slow burns. How can I talk in a terrible accent, but not in my regular voice? What the hell? He gets his assistant to marry him, and it goes from there. He is grumpy. This is grumpy sunshine at its freaking best in contemporary romance, all right? And there's a my wife scene. There's a my wife scene, even though it's a fake marriage. If you like the movie Knocked Up, then read Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. This is purely because there is a pregnancy trope. And wait, because I know you're gonna say, Bailey, I hate the pregnancy trope. Me too. I hate it too. I freaking adore this book. It is so freaking good. There's dark humor, there is some spice, and the FMC and the MMC have a one-night stand, and it results, you guessed it, in her getting pregnant. They go from there. They have to learn how to co-parent, and Beau is just morally gold. Beau is morally gold, okay? And he's the MMC, in case you were wondering. It has amazing banter. The spice, when you get there, will have you a little bit shocked, okay? I was a little bit shocked. You should read it. And there you have it. I really, really hope that this gave you some either movie or show or book recommendations. Book recommendations purely because I want everyone to read these books. I hope y'all have a great day. I love you guys so, so much. I hope you got some great recs out of this, and I will see y'all next week.